Crazy kids all linked up at your door, so let them in, let them in.
We're back at it once more. Hello everybody, it is your boy CJYonder back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be going after another Dragon Ball YouTuber. Someone that I've been really asked for, Ebullience, whatever. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, join the Discord, and let's get straight into it. So, who is Ebullience? I'm just gonna say Ebullience. Who is Ebullience? Well, Ebullience, used to be known as Ebullience Engine, is, or was, a sprites YouTuber. Crazy, if you know him now, you would not think that, but actually, he used to be a sprites YouTuber. He used to make videos like Goku versus Sonic, Goku versus Vegeta, Goku versus Jiren, What Ifs, Goku versus Mario, Shadow versus Vegeta, Shattuck versus Vegeta, all that kind of stuff. Basically, just having what if battles on what if Shadow fought Vegeta, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory in the title. He would make these, you know, they would get decent views, 860k. 175k, you know, they're not bad. He made a channel intro, Beerus versus Thanos, all that kind of stuff, you know, and he also had a couple other things going on, like Sonic Dark Forces, with the exact thing with these what if videos. He had Dragon Ball Double E. You know, it was going good, you know, it was actually going very swell. Something hit a turn, though. See, somewhere around the 11th month mark of where his channel was, he would switch it up. He would change to YouTube Shorts. You know, if you're gonna strike gold on YouTube, you're gonna hit YouTube Shorts. Everyone's gonna hit YouTube Shorts one time or another if you're trying to get big on YouTube. So that's what he would do. Show off him doing filters, show off Dragon Ball Legends content, and he would go into like the more smug stick, salad saying, Katsu Dojo kind of style, where it's, oh, what is this? What is that? Look at this detail. Look at that detail. And basically that would go on as that was a trend, because that would get big views, 19k, 10k, 10k, 347k, you know, all the sorts. You would do that until one video that hit 15k that seemed to do really good. However, it would just straight up be Gooner bait. Yeah, no, we're getting back into this. And then the next one, 796k Gooner bait. And then after that, it would be normal videos. But then he's tried to strike gold once more, 539k. And then it kept going. 1.7 mil, 1.5 mil, 263k, 432k. And it goes on and on and on. Now, mind you, my biggest issue with it is just the fact that these are crazy thumbnails. I mean, for example, let me show you this thumbnail. Cannon? And it's just Krillin and 17 making out. What? Edging? What? Cannon? Why is she don't need to be pregnant like that. And there's more. There's too much more. There's Rouge. She don't need to be like that. There's, what else is there? There's a lot. I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot. There's Bad AF and it's Sue. There's this weird Kirby. Weird animation of the Transformer. It says Solo Dragon Ball. Nope, my dead body, I'd believe that. Then there's Pocket Dimension, Santa Claus. I don't even know what that means. That's an outlier. Is that anti-spiral juiced up like that? No, man. No. Now, recently he started taking a turn. Would I say for the better? I don't know. I think it's still clickbait. It's still very much clickbait, but in all honesty, it is at least not as bad as you think it'd be. His content has slowly started to change from the sprite channel animations to basically the filter stuff, and the filter stuff to the Gooner stuff, and the Gooner stuff back to whatever was going on now. I'd say more like DBS hype kind of stuff, which it's actually working, you know, not gonna lie. 14K, 6.9K, which 6.9K actually kind of is an outlier, but 67K. It's not bad, okay? It's not bad. Absolutely not bad. Do I agree with his content? No. Do I agree with his content choices? Absolutely not. However, I'm going to get into something that you didn't expect. I won't agree with you on certain things, like, let's say for instance, this one video where it says darkest secret and it's Dr. Arnsu with big old chunkers. And then when you press the video, it talks about who is Rymus in Dragon Ball Daima. But in the video right here that I'm about to show you, it opens up with what if Broly was Goku Black?
The more I think about it now,
if Goku Black was actually able to steal Broly's body instead of Goku, I think he had a really short Dragon Ball Super. Kind of sounds like Cronus, but
I don't know. So now it kind of makes sense that
he's the god of creation and Zeno is the god of destruction.
this wasn't a happy coincidence, by the way.
Pick a side, main. After the video I just showed you, it goes right back to Rymus. But that was still a crazy opening. And he does this multiple times. It'll be one of these, like, very suggestive thumbnails. And then it'll be like, what if you were Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball? And it's like, what? You just showed me Android 18. Body galore. What did that have to do with being a Super Saiyan? It don't. It don't. It really don't. However, like I said, I do not agree with these. However, here's a thing that you wouldn't expect me to say. Now. I don't want to sound like I'm glazing, even though I probably am. But I genuinely had a full-on talk with Ebullience. Will it be a video? No. We didn't have an actual audible interview, which I wish we did. You know what? I wish we did. Because that would have just been another video. And another thing that people would like to watch. Hearing him voice to voice. Hearing what he has to say about certain things. But we did still get information. And I'm going to be dead honest when I say he is actually a really chill guy behind the scenes. He is actually not a bad guy behind the scenes. I expected to have the backlash that Dandelion and Bardock gave me. For the context of that, when I made the Dandelion and Bardock video, somebody in my Discord server, I do not agree with his actions, sent the video into their server. Now mind you, I do agree, no, you shouldn't have done that. But what Dandelion and Bardock's decision was after that was basically to disrespect me in the video in their like Discord channel, even though they made it very, very apparent that they did not watch the video, and then disrespect the dude who sent the video, which like I said, you can get onto him, but like straight up dissing him, being like, oh well, this and that, you're disgusting for doing that. You didn't need to say that. And then I joined in not to only get to see what his opinion on the video was, because mind you, it was just a rant, it wasn't actually an expose, but also to defend myself, because I'm sitting here watching my name get dragged through the rug in his channel just for nothing. And then I join in, and I have a 10-minute timer, and with 6:20 of that minute, I'm banned. I was censored, and I wasn't even able to talk. It was a wrongful ban. I currently agree with that. I agree with what I said. It was a wrongful ban. I shouldn't have been banned. However, things are going to happen. But on other news, Ebullience is actually not a bad guy. When I was talking to him through Discord, he was actually very not just welcoming, but also chill odd dude. I asked him a question. It was a whole on like text conversation of back and forth, and he was actually super chill about everything. Didn't get defensive about anything. Well, not to my knowledge. There could have been something he got defensive about, but when I saw it, I'm like, oh, well, this is just a normal answer. Gave me pretty reasonable answers, I'd say so myself. Wasn't really rude about anything. Just being dead honest, like you would expect out of a normal person. I wouldn't expect this out of any other person I talked about. I talked about Prince Vegeta, I talked about Bridge Goku, I talked about Dandelion and Bardock, and I got what I thought of with Dandelion and Bardock. I talked about Perfection, BlackScape, Lord Frieza. Every single person from those videos I would expect to just disrespect me. The most I would say to give me an actual conversation would be a Bridge Goku, and I don't feel like he would give me a conversation. Ebullience did just that. I talked to him. He was a nice guy. He was a chill guy. Like I said, do I not agree with his content? Absolutely. But did he also give me a full-on conversation without no arguments, no rudeness, just straight up facts, honesty, and kindness? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I commend him for that. I thank him for that. I straight up said at the end of the conversation, I said, that's all the questions I have for you. Not gonna lie, I was surprised on how normal this conversation was. The last time I tried to talk to a YouTuber about a video, I would ban their server before I could even message. Thank you for your time, your kindness, and being an overall understandable person. Have a great day. It was so not hard. The only hard thing about it was thinking of questions to ask. And not gonna lie, that was a surprising thing to do. Speaking of the questions I asked, let's get off of the glazing of Ebullience, and let's get into the questions I asked. Just so you know where we're coming from. I will have a picture of what I asked, and have a picture of what he's talking about if it needed. Okay? So, basically, we'd go back and forth. I asked him if I could ask him a couple questions. Fine, if he didn't want to hear the personal business. And he said it was perfectly fine. I said, first question, why are you so willing to help someone out with a video on your content? Basically, just the thought of this video, he was in the comment section, he was ready for the video, he was in my live stream asking for this. Basically, it was weird. It was just off-putting to me, you know? And that had to be the first question. It was just a personal thing for me to ask. And his response was, someone else made an exposed video on me, but he never actually tried to reach out while making it. So it was kind of full of BS. Just wanted to get my side on it, that's all. And that's a respectable thing to do. Not gonna lie, I don't know how much of it BS it was. I did ask him, he did give me an answer. However, I did look back at it, and I can see where he's coming from. I can see where both are coming from, not gonna lie. And I'll explain that in a minute. But, it's good that at least he wants to reach out, unlike other people. Duh. Okay, makes sense. Next question. Why do you have the suggestive thumbnails on the things of like your shorts and your videos? Is it for views, or is it something differently entirely? His response? Views, bro. Honestly, I try to at least include a character or topic related to the video that's thumbnail, even though it's 100% Gooner Bay, LOL. Now, mind you, I do not agree with some of that with the video I gave for context earlier. However, this is unreasonable answer. It's honest. It's full on honesty, just for views. Do I not like it? Yeah. Is that my place to tell him what I do and do not like? No. Am I glad he was honest with me? Absolutely. Alright, next question is, what did the dude who made the other video get wrong? His response? Pretty much the whole part about me making these videos for my kid audience. Even though I clearly do not make my videos for children, like I curse and shit. Now, I do want to say I can see where both are coming from. While yes, I do agree his content is not for kids. Big boobs on screen on the website can be very suggestive. Also, he does curse in his videos, so you could say this is not for a kid audience. However, I can understand where the other guy's coming from with the stuff that this is very flashy thumbnails. Big wording, big captions. You could see how a kid can get obsessed with this. While yes, it wasn't his intention for it to be a kid audience, you can see how a kid can still get eyes glued to the screen. Yeah, I got you. Next question. The guy mentioned that you copy and pasted your fight animations. Is that true? His answer, I'm not sure what you're referring to by that. Do you mean that I re-upload them? I said, yeah, I'm sorry, I worded it wrong. He said, I used to upload fight animation in parts, then later on in full videos. And yeah, I kind of overdid it a little. Sprite animation wasn't the best for revenue back in the past couple of years, LOL. That makes perfect sense. Well, yes, there are a couple outliers, like 1 or 2 videos made a lot of views. Like there was one that was 860K. However, if you're only doing it for views, 9 times out of 10, you don't really care on what you do. And that makes sense. You could see that the sprite animation was becoming basically like one of those really important things that he would do, and he loved doing it. Basically like me doing any of my videos. Any of my videos. I'll do it, not for a money grab, but to just do it to have fun. That's how his private videos were going. Except for he was playing, what we'll learn later, he was doing a dead-end job, and he couldn't keep up with the long-form videos, so he wanted to do it long-term. Tried out a couple things, shorts hit his way. Let's get into the next question. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. We're just way too specific of an audience. Next question. I think I already asked this during a live stream, but didn't get the full answer from chat because chat is being weird on PlayStation. Out of all the people I've talked about already, like Abridged Goku, Prince Vegeta, Perfection, BlackScape, Dandelion Bardock, and Lord Frieza, have you had any connection with them? His response? I have DM'd Prince Vegeta over a copyright issue a while back and legal advice. And I don't even know the rest of them except for BlackScape. I hate that MF. Now, mind you, I did hear about the Prince Vegeta issue. Not issue, but you know what I'm talking about when I say that he needed legal advice. Because I did hear about something. Now, I did not look really into it because it would really be a good idea for the video. But I did hear about it. That I think something got wrongly copyright struck in or DMCA takedown. And from what I see here, he basically reached out to Prince Vegeta for help on that issue. Which makes sense. I'm pretty sure Prince Vegeta have already dealt with that issue before. And he was just trying to get help from him. Mucho gracias, everybody. Editing Yonder here. As I'm smacking on the pretzel, I look up to see what Ebullience was talking about with the copyright issue and the legal issue. It was worse than the copyright, alright? I thought it was a copyright strike. I thought it was a false DMCA takedown. Nope. Here's a tweet that I'm going to show on screen. YouTube is allowing a cyber criminal that promotes doxing innocent people, distributing CP, to use a fake ID to falsely take down my channel. Crazy. I am sorry for what I got wrong. Gnarly. This is worse, okay? Anyways, yeah, that's all I'm adding. Just so we have more context. Yeah. Back to video. I am not arguing with it, even though I don't like Prince Vegeta. Do what you need to do to defeat, basically, the corrupt copyright system. Because that's a bad thing. And I do not like that. But we'll get into that in another video. Next question. Off topic, but why don't you like BlackScape? I don't like him either. I'm just wondering. His response? He is literally clickbait incarnate. Like, I don't know how he'd be stretching his videos over 8 minutes. Like, I know I make clickbait thumbnails, but at least I'm not bullshitting for 10 to 15 minutes. That is also very true. Clickbait content, but it is also short content. BlackScape is kind of on the bad side when it comes to things like long-form videos. Yeah, that's true. Next question. Why the sudden shift from sprite animations to what you make now? He said, I was working a BS job, didn't have the time to make them, and even when I posted them, the views I'd get in return weren't worth the effort anymore. So I started making TikToks, and then I turned into shorts, played around and figured out what works, and now I'm able to do it for full time. Basically what I explained earlier, how he was just messing around, trying to make it from having fun to full time, and then now he can do it full time. I suggest though, which I've seen him kind of do, now the fact that he does it full time and actually makes money off of it, he could kind of jump into both now. You can see where I'm coming at in a minute. Okay, next question. When it comes to the Patreon, are the comics made for you to use or no? If no, are you in collaboration with them like they let you use them or you're getting paid or something? Mind you, what I mean by this is on his Patreon, he has NSFW comics. I have not seen them. They are locked behind a blur wall. I have to pay to get to them. Thank you, God. But since I didn't see them, I did not know what was used and what's not used. So I didn't know if this was actual comics, like what Bridge Goku does, where it's just straight up comics, but he put his voice on them, basically stealing them, or it was basically his own comics. His response was, I made the comics. Okay, sorry for being late. Fell asleep, lol. Next question. If you could make either the shorts or the fighting videos both would make equal amounts of money and equal amounts of views, what would you do? He said definitely the Sprite video. I've been making them since 2011. Honestly, I'd probably make both if it were realistic, but if I had to choose one, it'd be the Sprites. Basically saying that even though he likes doing the very suggestive content, I don't like saying Gooner. Someone said saying Gooner was kind of like cringy, and I guess I can agree with you on that one. I don't know. I really don't know. However, I do understand, and basically back to where, backtracking to what I said before, even though he did make the Gooner content, the very suggestive content, his child, his golden child, his basically bread and butter was the Sprite content. And if he could make the amount of videos, if he could make the basically videos that have the same amount of views, it would be those videos, the Sprite videos. He loves those videos, as you can tell from what I can see here. He loves those videos. It's basically like his child. But because of the fact that the revenue is an issue for him, he went into making the short form content, and that makes sense. Valid. Do you have any questions for me at all? And he said when is the video coming out? I gave him a time zone between Monday and Thursday. I'm sticking with it. Tuesday right now. Most likely the video coming out Wednesday. Final question, are you subscribed? It was just a small little question for me. Showed me a picture straight up being subscribed. I said that's goated. Alrighty then. That's all the question I have for you. Not gonna lie, this was a normal conversation. Just how I was surprised how normal this conversation was. The last time I had tried to talk to a YouTuber about a video, I would ban their server before I could even message. Thank you for your time, for your kindness, and being an overall understandable person. Have a great day. He said, "YouTube bro, just let me know when you upload it. I got you." Overall, this was more of a understandable video. I was walking into this being like, Ebullience, being one of these other Prince Vegeta fillers. And then I walk out of it being like, for being one of the very suggestive guys, he has a very understandable thing. Very understandable problem. And basically just being a very understandable person. Explaining things to how I need them explained. I didn't have to ask, what do you mean by that? One time, I just needed to elaborate on the BlackScape question because that was just genuinely my own curiosity. So, on top of that, just being a very relatable person, plus the fact that he looks at this as now as a job, so basically you can understand where he's coming from. Like I said, yes, do I agree with him? Absolutely not. The Gooner content, I feel like needs to go across the board. It's YouTube, kids are always going to be on this app. However, you can very much see where he's coming from with this. And where he's coming from with this is where I'm coming from when I say that this is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I am CJYonder. You are a goat for watching. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment what you like about the video. Comment what you didn't like about the video. Criticism's all here, unless you're being a parasocial weirdo. And then maybe not so. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitch. You know how I be. Next video, if we're talking about these kind of videos, is Seth the Programmer. Next video after this, though, is going to be TP&E, and then we get into the 700 subscriber special. I can't wait. FNAF content coming soon. Kanye content still going, actually. I'm kind of having a Kanye feel. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace.